Good morning, beautiful people. How are you all doing today? I hope you're well. Well, this is day one of my new rural seaside life. My lovely, slow, simple life by the sea. I just thought I'd just have a little catch up with you. It's not quite 24 hours since I've moved in. It's just coming up for 8 o'clock in the morning. Can you see? Oh, bright, bright sunshine. The sun's coming out again today. It's lovely. But, yeah, excuse dishevelled state. I woke up about 20 to 7. Actually, last night at it was 9:30, and oh my goodness, I was pooped. I could hardly keep my eyes open, and I thought, why are you trying to keep your eyes open, Vivi? Just go to bed. So I did. I was in bed by 9:40 last night, and once I was in bed, it was the first time I heard my neighbour, my upstairs neighbour. It was when I was in bed and everything was turned off and it was sort of total silence. And it was just a couple of creaks of footsteps, but I thought, you know what, I can live with that. My dread had been, you know, drum and bass music till all hours, but I think in any case, if there was music like that, I'd just go upstairs and I'd say, can you please turn it down, or get a soundproof floor. Anyway, so yeah, that was fine, and so I went to bed at 9:40, and this is the stunning thing. I only woke up once. It's amazing. I woke up about 1:40, so that's 4 hours later. I woke up at 1:40, needed to go to the loo, went to the loo, found my way without putting the lights on. Yeah, so I actually slept really well. I'm not surprised because, you know, the last few nights in particular, I've hardly slept a wink because of the butterflies. Sorry, I'm going to have water. I'm going to take you to the kitchen in a second. I haven't unpacked a mug to put my water in, so excuse the bottle. Yeah, so, I mean, I've hardly slept a wink the last week in particular, but for months, for so many months, and even before the whole house move thing, I've been waking up every couple of hours or so, so that's great. I was amazed when I woke up this morning and looked at the clock and I thought, wow, okay, I can get up now. What time was it? I'm losing track of time. I think it was 6:40 when I woke this morning. I didn't put any curtains up last night. Those curtains, they weren't nearly long enough. That is a really, really big window in the bedroom. I'm going to take you in there in a second and show you how far I got last night. But that's fine, the blinds worked. Yes, so better sleep. But, okay, so supper last night was carrot batons and hummus. Thank goodness I bought this on... Right, today is Saturday. I moved in on Friday. I moved out on Thursday. So I bought this on Thursday back in London on my way to the train station. There's a Sainsbury's just near to my old train station in London. I bought a couple of these. Sorry, excuse me. Because I thought, I don't know, you know, where or when I'm going to eat. And I'm so glad I did, because that was pretty much all I had on Thursday. And on Friday, I had one bottle of Prosecco yesterday, that, and I had in my suitcase some of these. Do you remember when I was clearing the kitchen out? I got these little packets. I've still got another one here. There's 6 oat cakes. So I had 6 plus 3, so I had 9 oat cakes over the course of yesterday. So this is what fueled me for that whole day. 9 oat cakes, some carrot batons and some hummus, and I did manage to find in the top of one of my boxes, look at that in the light, oh, where's the light? Dried apricots. So I had about 20 dried apricots yesterday, which is more than I would normally have in one sitting. That's about double what I would normally have in one sitting. So I got on and I did a bit of unpacking. I'll show you in a second. I'm paying for it a bit today. It's always my left knee which is the naughtiest, but my left knee is really angry with me this morning. Hence, even indoors, I've got the stick handy because it really doesn't want to hold me upright. So yeah, a bit of unpacking. Yesterday, in my time, I'd put out the video of me packing up the kitchen in London. So there were tons and tons of comments, so I was quite busy with replying to comments. I've just been replying to some more this morning. It's a beautiful place to sit in the morning to do my work. I'll show you in a second. And then I started to feel really quite cold. Excuse me. After the sun went down, yeah, the temperature really dropped a lot, and I've turned the radiator off in the living room because my books are all right up against it. So as soon as I came in, I turned that off because that kind of heat right onto the books, not good for them. But over the course of the radiators, they were all cold. I was like, oh, this is driving me insane. So I'd gone to the kitchen or to the utility room where the boiler is, and I saw in the screen it was flashing that the water pressure was really low. It said 0.4. Now, thank goodness, just sitting on the top of the boiler, a little, like a recipe card, just saying to repressurize. So I got under, I had my torch, of course, So I got on and I twiddled two knobs, and then I had to twiddle a third knob and I couldn't see it at all. But there was a bit of panelling, so came back, went to the bedroom where my suitcase was. In my suitcase is my screwdriver. Of course, I packed my screwdriver. Screwdriver, tape measure, torch and loo roll. The emergency supplies. So I went back with my screwdriver and took the panelling off, and then I found the third lever. So I repressurised it. Great. I haven't put the panelling back on. Repressurised it. And I'm pressing the, I found a little booklet for it, and I was pressing the on button for the heat, and I could see the radiator symbol flash. Nothing. It's driving me insane. But then I found this in the it's kind of Cath Kidston look-alikey, or is it actually it's Cath Kidston look-alikey. I found this in the utility room. And in it, this little leaflet, it's because I was looking everywhere for the thermostat, you know, on the wall. I was looking for a thermostat, because I was thinking, is the thermostat set wrong? Does it think it's really warm in here? I can tell you it's not. And eventually I found that. It was on the built-in, the little old built-in cabinet in the kitchen. I had thought, when I'd seen it originally, I thought it was just an at-home little weather station. I thought it was just a thermometer, essentially. Anyway, it was 12.5, excuse me. Now 12.5 outside, I don't mind, because when you're outside, you're moving, aren't you? But 12.5 in the evening, when you're sitting, I was sitting at the computer, 12.5, that's centigrade. I can't think what that would be in Fahrenheit. 25 and 30. It's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That is not warm enough for sitting still. Certainly not for me anyway. The sun's coming around and around. I'll sit here. Because if I can sit here in the sun, but I'll be squinty. Yeah, anyway, so then I found this little booklet, and I and I thought, I recognise that thing. I think that's the thing that's in the cabinet. I'll go and grab it and see if I can. So I sat with the instructions and played with it a bit, and I think the heating did. I then got the heating, I overrode it. I found out how to override whatever's programmed in. So I overrode it just for sort of an hour or so last night. And then I think it's come on this morning. It doesn't feel that warm. I think it's going to be, I think it might be quite an expensive flat to heat. Certainly until I can replace the windows with that horrible, it's not horrible, it's beautiful, it's the old glass, but it's so thin, it does nothing to keep the heat in. Anyway, so yeah, you know, it's all these little things, isn't it? Every day is a learning day when you move. But for me, heating is... because the other thing was I couldn't get any hot water. And that was what made me, in the end, go and realise I had to repressurise the boiler. Not having any hot water, sorry, I can't live without hot water. I mean, I could boil a kettle, but I don't know where my kettle is. I know everyone said keep your kettle handy so you can have a cup of tea, but I don't drink tea and I don't drink coffee, so the kettle isn't a priority for me. So yeah, anyway, I know now enough to pressurise the boiler so that at least I can have hot water, because it's a combi boiler. I know, I don't think you have those much in the States, do you, combi boilers? I'm not sure, but I talked about my boiler in London once and talking about lowering the water temperature so you're not spending as much money, and people were shocked and horrified going, Legionnaires. It's like, no, there's no water tank. It draws fresh water from the mains, fresh cold water every time you turn the hot tap on, and it heats it sort of almost instantly. So I have running hot water when I want it now because I've repressurised, and I can at least override the whatever that current heating little gizmo is telling it to do. I can override it. But this morning the rads feel a bit warm, so it's come on. I'm not sure what time it's come on, maybe 7. Right. So the other thing I wanted to say, obviously, excuse me a sec, I kept the destination of where I was moving to a secret for all those months. Partly because, well, it's nice to have one's own little secret, but you know what, all along it was, you know, if this doesn't happen, I didn't want everybody else getting overexcited for me. And you know, thank you for, I'm just going to move here slightly. There we go, it's a really bright sunshine. Thank you for being excited for me, but I didn't want everyone to go mad with excitement about me moving to Dorset in case it didn't happen, because somehow it would have made it feel even worse. I did, you know, a handful of my best friends and my sort of real life friends, they knew. Even our Gary didn't know, bless him. He was plying me all the time. Are you staying local? Are you going to be within walking distance of the allotment? Are you going to be harvesting my lavender next year? And I just kept saying, look, you know, let's not go there just in case it doesn't happen. So it wasn't just you that I kept it a secret from. Even Gary didn't know, my London friends didn't know. They knew from about a month ago because I just couldn't keep it a secret anymore. But anyway, yeah, it was, you know, in case it didn't happen, I didn't want to have to kind of backtrack on it all and just be really, really, really gutted. But now you do all know. But do you remember I bought this lovely calendar? I might have to close the blinds a bit. I bought this lovely calendar with, it's got illustrations of British seaside places to visit by train. And when it became apparent that I was not going to be able to do the move in March, I thought to myself, that's March. Where did we go for March? Southern England by train. I thought, well, never mind. It wasn't meant to be in March. Look, April. You see, oh, there it says April. It's the Swanage one. So that's better. The sun was really blinding me, but it's even with the blinds closed, it's a lovely diffuse light in here. Right, so let me show you how far I got last night. Actually, I'm going to do it from the sofa. I'm being lazy. I mean, honestly, my shoulders in my sort of, is it the trapezium muscles here and here, really aching. I'm not surprised. So let me quickly whiz you around. Well, you saw yesterday I got my I've got my work stuff on the floor, and at least and obviously everybody needs a roll of carpet. Everyone needs a Turkish rug rolled up next to their desk, don't they? But yeah, that's, you can see the computer's on. I've just been answering comments this morning. oh, masses and masses of paper, but as I'm opening each box, I'm flattening the paper out as best as I can. I will keep all that and I will use it for packaging for parcels when I reopen my shop. Yeah, the shop's still closed at the moment, just while I get organised a bit. And you see now, over in that corner, I've moved the bureau. I wanted to start to move the furniture around as if I've got the built-in bookcase there already. One of the problems with this room for furniture is I've got pretty much a whole wall out there because of window. This is kind of out of action because of the fireplace, although for now I've put those two suitcases are full of vintage fabrics and bits. That's all work. Oh, and my stereo. So that wall is kind of out of action for furniture. That wall is out of action for furniture because of the radiator. So, and now I am going to have to get up. Hang on, where's my stick? This might be a bit groany this morning. Oh, ow. Yes, everything is very stiff and sore. So this has been reduced by quite a few boxes, this pile. So now I'm trying it with it's leaning still because I have to brace it to the wall. Oh, it's not actually leaning, but that's, well, obviously the carcass of the clock. So the clock, then the bureau. So this box, this box is all the contents from the bureau, so I can get rid of that shortly. Obviously this is artwork and stuff, but then the new sofa, and I measured it, so from the end of this painting, the new sofa will come to, oops, let's just move the track to about here. So it's slightly larger, The sofa I'm getting, I did look at the two-seater version of it, but the two-seater version is smaller than this one. And actually, when you've got two, like say I've got Richard and Paul, if they're sitting on this sofa, it's quite cosy. So I thought if I went for a smaller sofa, it would just be too cosy. So I'm going for the slightly larger one, I'm going for the three-seater. So, like I said, from where that red band is there, it'll come to about here, which is fine. And then with my DVD player and the screen, I'm actually thinking I might try to wall mount them just down here somewhere, just so that they're out of the way. I'm never going to be one of these people who arranges their furniture around their DVD player or telly or whatever. It's just not that important. And then I can sit there, watch the DVD. That's what I set up for last night. Yeah, I'm not going to have a massive wall-mounted TV over there. I do not want the TV to be the central part of the room. So, yes, clearing. And I think today, I think I can get rid of this lot of boxes that are in front. I can get them unpacked. Part of the thing about not unpacking too much is because I've got nowhere to unpack things to. Because obviously, like I said, I haven't got the shelves built yet, so can't unpack books. And that big understairs cupboard is great for storage, but I don't want to put anything in there yet because I want to get it checked for asbestos. So, I got my bed made, and then I decided there's no room in the living room for my little glass cabinet. This is what I have all my fabric in. So I've brought it in here, and I think it might be okay in here actually. It's not too close to the bed. I could move the bed over a little way that way, if needs be. Let's feel that radiator. I feel like it's warm. Yeah, that's warm. Oh, that's good. Just take the chill off the whole place. So yeah, I think that's going to work in here. If not, I don't know what. I don't know. Yes, my blanket box is there for now. That's been, obviously refilled with it just has all my house linens in, so my towels, sheets, pillowcases, duvet covers. This basket, all right, that's more it's a mix of stuff, but there's quite a lot of vintage, small bits of vintage linens and lace in there that's for selling. So I'll do that. That's a long-term project. So it needs a long-term home. Then, do you remember I said about this was my DVD screen stand in the other house? Well, for now, that's my wardrobe. But it works, you know, it works. It will work perfectly well. And then in the corner still there's, oh, I need a laundry basket in here. That's kind of like, it was some of the stuff from the top of my wardrobe. So again, it's for storing. That will go in the understairs cupboard eventually. Oh, and there's, the bottom one is all my shoes and boots and wellies and oh, it's got my swimming shoes in there. So I need to get my swimming shoes out, don't I? Oh, and then the few bits and bobs that were hanging in the wardrobe in London are now hanging on the back of the door. So, yeah, I mean, it's obviously everything is going to be a work in progress for quite some time. But at least I've got my clothes to hand now. Oh, and this box that's abandoned last night, that's all my fabrics. Yeah, fabrics and bunting making and more fabrics. That's all going to go back into the... Oh, and my Frida fabric. Yay! For me to make my Frida cushions. So that will go all go back in the cabinet. That will clear a bit more space in here. I've got under the bed, I have put those, you remember the 3 storage things I bought? One's got packaging materials in, one's got shop stock in, and one's got all my other wardrobe clothes, the hanging clothes. But that's all I've put back under the bed for now. I don't really want to store things under the bed. In London there was a lot more under the bed than that. So I'm going to try and keep it clear. So in the hallway, very handily, there's already a coat rail. I don't like it, but I'm going to leave it because it does the trick. So my new key ring, it came with it. It says Swanage, but next to it, this is on my old key ring. You see what it says? Grateful on one side and gratitude on the other. And my little sturdy boot, a walking boot or a gardening boot, whichever, and my resuscitation mask if I ever have to resuscitate someone in the street. So that's the mirror. Now, I don't particularly like mirrors. I don't really like looking at myself. However, it is handy to have a long mirror, so I'm going to mount that onto this wall. Just so, you know, when you're going out in the morning, you can just check that you haven't accidentally tucked your skirt in your knickers, or check that your trousers aren't flying at half-mast, etc. Okay, this is where it starts to get a bit more chaotic. That's the old internet hub thing from the previous owner. So I have to contact them to say, do you want it? Or, I don't even know, does it say who it's with? I don't know, is that BT, that symbol? I'm not sure. Do they want it back? Can it be posted back? Do they want to send me a box to return it? Obviously it can't go in the rubbish. Right, these are empty boxes. They are waiting to be flattened. I did empty quite a lot last night, you'll see in a second. So there's 3 there all yesterday evening. That's my Ryobi, and of course that will be something for the understairs cupboard. I realised actually with the top bit's really, really high, so I think I will get some sort of stepping, a little fold-up step system. I think, obviously anything that goes into the very top will be sort of infrequent use stuff, but I'll still need something to access it. Or it might just be that, you know, keeping the ladders in here, I can use the ladders. We'll see. Now, this, oh good grief. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my kitchen. Oh Lord, it's a mess. Oh, good grief. So these are all empties. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's at least 11 empties here. So what I'll do for now is take the tape off them, flatten them, and they can go in the understairs cupboard for now. So I'll clear this side this morning, and then the plan will be pull my table out and pull both leaves of the table out, so I've got a surface, so that as I open boxes here, I can decant onto the table there and crush boxes as I go. This one is the box that has, it was labelled food. Can you see it's like my food jars? What did I find? Yeah, the first thing I pulled out was the rice, and I thought, no, I don't want rice. I can't do anything with rice. I can't eat it. Oh, that's the gizmo. I was talking about the sort of thermostat-y thing. Yes, so, blimey, can we even get through this morning? Oh, she's stuck. Yeah, goodness me, lots to do. Oh, I want to, quite soon, I want to get that up on the wall, because then I can get the boxes of food that I empty, all my jars of food need somewhere to go. I wondered, you see, this is the conundrum, isn't it, folk? And I'm sure you completely get it. Do I try and get that off today and get my new shelves up, or just say, oh, just put your jars in that one for now and put your shelf up later? Well, if I put all the jars in that and do it later, then I've got to take all the jars out of that, haven't I? So, yeah, I'll have a think on it. And also see how my energy goes. And, yeah, so this was my fun and games last night. You see, abandoned torch, screwdriver, and that was the little card I found on the top of the boiler about repressurizing, and that's the boiler manual that I was, as you can see, I was sitting on the floor trying to play with the manual, and then basically that's the only buttons I had to work with in that display. But one of the where is it? Do you see that lever there? Was it that one? I think it was that lever there I had to move. But this panelling was screwed in on top and in front. So anyway, yeah, I was you can tell how much I hate being cold by the determination I showed with me finding me bits and bobs. I thought, I am getting some hot water, I am getting the heating on, I cannot stand being cold. Yeah. And then I think, oh, that rad's on as well. Oh, that is actually quite nicely warm. Oh, is it doing much though? Yeah, I didn't do anything in the bathroom last night. Of course, I had with me my overnight bag. So I had my overnight wash bag with my spare toothbrush, toothpaste, soap and what have you. So I didn't need to unpack the bathroom. But yeah, this is... oh, God. Yeah. It's not a race. It isn't a race. I'm not going to kill myself. And actually, you know, once I get into... the thing about the boxes, before they're crushed, I think it looks more daunting than it actually is, because once these are all flattened, it's just how many boxes have I got here? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 kitchen boxes to unpack, and oopla, getting caught in things. 14, oh yeah, and that one there, 15. I have made, hang on, struggling to get through. Of course, actually, let me just bring you back round. How are we going to do for light? It's like I said the other day, God, it's very grey light, isn't it? I have to work out. Hang on, let's go and sit on the stoop. This might become a position we film from. It's finding all those little places, and there we go, I'm sitting on my stoop. Yes, of course, whilst I was still in London, I made a plan about where things in the kitchen are going in terms of which cupboards I'm going to use. So of course, hopefully that plan works. I can't remember. So in the utility area, I'm going to use that area for my cleaning bits and bobs, my laundry and all that sort of stuff. They don't need to be under the sink. And under the sink, I'm going to use that, I think, for my rubbish collection. So I looked up my rubbish collection here. It's fortnightly for landfill, and then it alternates fortnightly with recycling. So the fortnightly landfill doesn't bother me too much. I don't really make a lot of rubbish. The recycling might be more of an issue. I do tend to recycle a lot. And now I'm going to ask next door about this, because I've got wheelie bins at the front, but I don't know which colour. Oh no, I'll go back on. I can go on the Swanage District Council website thing, the rubbish collection, to work out which colour bin to use. But what I was thinking is that under the sink, I could just have. The thing about the recycling is, out the front, I've got a small plastic crate, and I think that's for the recycling. It's not very big though. I mean, it should do me, but is it for the entire building? This is what I don't know. This is what I've got to find out. But I was thinking that what I could do is just have a small plastic crate type thing. It doesn't have to be plastic. I could have one of my wicker baskets, because I wash and clean everything out anyway for the recycling. I could have that under the sink as just a really sort of quick, handy place to put my recycling. It might be that I end up in the utility room. There's that space underneath opposite where the washing machine is going. Maybe that will become a sort of holding area for my recycling. We'll see. It's fun having somewhere new to play with, isn't it? Working out how to fill all the nooks and crannies. Right, I think it's gone 8. It's gone 8 o'clock now. I need to get properly dressed, do my hair, do my face. I need a wash and get my day going. I'm popping out this morning to get some food because I've got no food, and I mean, I'm not going to feel like cooking tonight, I don't think, and certainly by about the middle of, when it's lunchtime, I don't know if I'm going to have my pans out of boxes yet to lunch, so I don't know what to buy. I don't know what food to buy, whereby I don't have a fridge, although the kitchen's quite cool, and I do have that marble slab on the little pantry cupboard. What to buy that doesn't need refrigeration, that doesn't need cooking, but that also fits with my healthy eating. It's like, what can you eat? A bag of crisps and a pot of hummus, eat them straight away, but that's not part of my healthy eating. Right, anyway, you don't need to know the machinations of what am I going to eat? I'll catch up with you all again really soon, I hope. Hopefully next time a little bit more progress made. I mean, look, like I said, I haven't even been here 24 hours. I think I've done all right for my first day, considering I'm a wonky lass. Remember that? I'm sure a lot of you saw it, the reading of that book by the Glaswegian granny, The Wonky Donkey. Well, I'm the wonky lass. All right, this wonky... Oh, where's my granny trolley? I have no idea where the granny trolley is. I saw it coming. It was in the kitchen, wasn't it? It's in the kitchen somewhere. I think it's under the pile of boxes by where my table is tucked in the alcove. But I need my granny trolley if I'm going to go shopping, don't I? It's been, just really quick before I go, it has been a long time since I moved. It's been 21 years. I can't remember how long it takes after moving into a new place to stop saying, where's my such and such, or where have I put my such and such? Where did I last see my item? Fun and games. Right. The sun is getting brighter. The day is getting warmer. It's time for me to skedaddle and go and have my first bit of shopping. I was going to say my first bit of shopping in Swanage. It's not my first bit of shopping in Swanage. I used to do my grand's shopping in Swanage. It's the first bit of shopping in Swanage for me in my own home. Yay! See you all soon, lovelies. Cheerio.